Nobody wants to sit with you, Joe. Nobody wants to sit with you. There we go. That's better.
Never mind.
Are we ready? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ridley Township Board of Commissioners meeting, January 26, 2022. We'll begin with the pledge of allegiance to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Did I do that right, Ben? All right. I got an expert in the room. So I got it. With the roll, call this meeting to order. With the roll call, Mr. Saraceni. Here. Mrs. Barset.
Here.
Mrs. Cummings. Mr. McMenamin. Here. Mr. Saunders. Here. Mr. McCray. Here. Mr. Willard. Here. Mrs. Malasaka.
Present.
Mr. Badoli.
Here.
It's roll call, Mr. President. Thank you. Okay, we have a special night tonight. We have a couple of resolutions for some longtime servers of the township with excellence. That's for sure. And before we go down and read the resolution, just want to thank you both for your time you spent in Ridley Township helping the community and serving the community, and did it with honors for sure. A lot of respect for both gentlemen, so we want to thank you before we do it. So first we'll have the Honorable Vincent D. Gallagher Jr. Just want to make sure there was no light on there. Okay, welcome. This is the Township of Ridley resolution. Whereas the Honorable Vincent D. Gallagher Jr. has served as Magisterial District Justice for Court 32-1-30 in Ridley Township for 36 years. And whereas Judge Gallagher has recently retired and assumed the role of Senior Judge for Magisterial District Court as of January 1st, 2022. And whereas Judge Gallagher served as Ridley Township Police Officer from January 1975 to August 1985, when he was sworn in as Magisterial District Justice. And whereas Judge Gallagher has established a reputation of humility, leadership, high intellect, and fair-minded adjudication in all matters before him. And whereas the exemplary conduct and sense of fairness Judge Gallagher has demonstrated in his position has been an influence for good in the growth and progress of our community. Now therefore be resolved, the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Ridley hereby congratulates Judge Gallagher on his retirement and extends our deep appreciation for his distinguished service as Magisterial District Justice for Ridley Township. And on behalf of the citizens of Ridley Township, we wish him success in his future endeavors and I'm grateful we will still have the benefits of his participation in the judicial system. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution shall be recorded in official minutes of the Township of Ridley, and that the copy shall be presented to the Honorable Vincent E. Gallagher Jr. Adopted this 26th day of January 2022. Township of Ridley Board of Commissioners, President Robert J. Willard, Manager Secretary Joseph A. Ryan. Vinny, congratulations. Before I turn it over to Vinny, I just want to thank him personally. I've been here a long time with Vinny, and he's always had a reputation in his court from the police, from the code department, from the residents, of treating everybody fair. Tough, but fair. Very tough. Very, very tough. But he treated everybody the same, like crap. No, he did. He made whoever came before him, whether it was a township or the residents, they had to be prepared. This is the things that I've heard. I've never had to come before him, thank God. But the police officers always said, the young officers, he would teach them. He would make sure they come in prepared. If they weren't, he'd let them know about it. Code department, they come in, they weren't prepared, he'd let them know about it. And that's what you need in a judge. But he was always fair, and he treated everybody well, treated everybody the same. And that's always wanted somebody to be consistent and be, just an all-around good guy. And he really was. And we're going to miss you dearly. So thank you.
Thank you. It's been an extreme honor, excuse me, to serve the residents of Ridley Township for the last 47 years. I have to thank people for having the faith in me to elect me to 6 terms. It's a shame that my wife couldn't be here. She's ill, and she's very disappointed. But I'm so excited to have my family here with me. My 5 children, one of 5 children, our granddaughter, and our great-granddaughter. I love them all dearly, and they're the ones that make it all worthwhile.
Glance off the picture.
She always likes to steal the show. Deservedly so. I've had some great success with this, and I can't help but say the only reason I have success is because of the people surrounding me. My staff have been unbelievable. I have been very fortunate to have quality people supporting me these past years. And most importantly, my key person, I call her my little sister, is Julian Beaumont, who with me for 33 years. I love her like she's my sister, and she would always be there to look out for her big brother. And, when you're in a job like this, it's people around you that make sure that you're successful, or if you don't, and you gotta appreciate the people that are with you. And again, thank everyone. Bobby, thank you, the Board of Commissioners, thank you very much. It's an extreme honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, now I ask you to sing a song.
Yes.
Jim? I know you gotta tell it because you get a glare on me. And thank you so much. We appreciate everything you did. Jim McGinnis has served on our zoning hearing board for 40 years. It's 40 years he's coming up here and volunteering his time to make sure that the township runs smooth and abides by all the zoning rules and regulations. There's a lot of hearings. Some nights you go for 2-3 hours, and it's every month. We're constantly busy, and you did it for 40 years. And I don't know if there's any way we can thank you, really, other than a resolution. You deserve much, much more, but just our thanks for everything you did. You gave a lot of time, but we appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you, because I appreciate what you guys do. I know how long you guys do. I had two brothers sat up there, you know that.
Yes, I
had
do.
one brother killed for this country, so I did my little bit, that's all. I'm pleased to help you.
You did a lot, and we want to thank you. Okay, Township of Reading resolution. Whereas James F. McGinnis resigned on December 31st, 2021, as a member of the Ridley Township Zoning Hearing Board, and whereas Jim has given generously of his time, serving for 40 years as a member of the Zoning Hearing Board with dedication and distinction. And whereas Jim's service has been marked by extraordinary accomplishments of the Zoning Hearing Board in helping to make Ridley Township the thriving community it is today. And whereas Jim's performance of his duties and responsibility as a member of the Zoning Hearing Board has contributed towards the positive growth of Ridley Township. Now therefore be resolved that the Board of Commissioners of Township of Ridley hereby extends their sincere and heartfelt appreciation to James F. McGinnis for 40 years of dedicated service as a valued member of the Ridley Township Zoning Hearing Board. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution shall be recorded in the official minutes of the Township of Ridley, and that a copy shall be presented to James F. McGinnis. Adopted this 26th day of January 2022, Township of Ridley Board of Commissioners, Robert J. Warren, President, Joseph A. Ryan, Manager Secretary. Jim, congratulations, and we want to That's one way to get them to get us about. Jim's a man of few words, so again, Jim, we just want to thank you for 40 years, and we really appreciate it. You will be missed. So thanks again. Thank you both of you. Thank the families for coming out. Another hour and a half will get you out of here. Thank you. You're free to go.
Did he get a chance to say hi to you? I was down here. What's going on? Look at Disney.
Okay, we need a motion to approve the resolutions of Honorable Vincent D. Gallagher Jr. and James McGinnis.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Any question on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, we'll go to public forum. John Schaefer.
Good evening, happy to hear you guys.
John.
John Schaefer, 2000 Belmont. I'm gonna focus on the fire last week. You got a report from the fire marshal? Exact cause? Not yet.
We have not gotten an official.
Okay. I was there in minutes, before any fire company arrived. I don't know if there was a foreman on the job for the minority workers that were working on that. I understand it was a well-established company, but, you know, I think a propane, portable propane, torch probably, so. Not a nail gun. The newspaper stated nail gun, this and that, you know.
I didn't write it.
All right, so, you know, that happens. The roof went up in a matter of minutes, the whole roof line, you know. So, no township company showed up, fast enough. Prospect was, showed up first. And, they should have made a right at Chick-fil-A and laid into the hydrant. So me and other gentlemen, we dragged the supply line from their truck to the Martin Street hydrant. You know, we ran down. I still got it, you know, my ears here. Haven't forgot it. It's all about your adrenaline and, you know,
Yeah.
you go to overdrive. You go to overdrive.
I give you and all the firemen credit for what you do.
So he was another, he
You
was,
know, you're a citizen's fireman, and you have your own, but that's fine.
yeah, sort of.
Sort of.
But, no, he had the hydrant wrench, we had it on the end. We ran down the street and, supplied water to Prospect, they supplied the Norwood. Fortunately, Holmes' ladder, I don't know why they didn't go on the lawn, but they stayed in the street and utilized the back end, let them do a, you know, reach, which they couldn't do, you know, the 75 footer, which can't really reach. And Norwood did a good job, but they were right at the corner, made a slight turn and utilized the 105 foot ladder. And, got plenty of water on it. So Prospect, and then it was Holmes, and then Folsom. But, it's a slow response, really, you know. Not good. Would have been nice to have a line officer there, to direct the guys, you know, with the first truck incoming, what they should do. Now, I issued this, some meetings back. Is Jay Balcone allowed to leave a job and be on fire scene?
Okay.
Okay?
And anybody that works here is a volunteer fireman.
Yeah, I would think, you know.
Absolutely.
Well, especially on a work, I mean, not on a
Absolutely.
firewall.
Absolutely are.
Okay, so, he wasn't there at the fire in August in Buchanan, maybe he's on vacation. But, that particular fire, you know, this week, he could have been there. At least somebody, so Prospect knows where to lay in that hydrant, you know? Whoever's gonna be there first, the first truck's gonna lay in. I mean, you can see the smoke from the pig. It was a cooker.
Right.
You know what I mean? Seems like that walls are masonry, and that's why they didn't get affected. You know, it was douse and drown and burn it. And I understand it was a duplex, 2 families, and put it in paper. Didn't seem practical. One takes the upper floor, the other takes the bottom, I guess.
That's what people do.
I guess. In that case, do you need a fire escape from the second floor?
That would be code under the code department. They would have to have some emergency access. If we know it's there.
Yeah.
That's
Then,
why we tell people, you come and get your permits, because
uh,
they make sure that they have access.
so then we had a lot of companies there, you know, as usual. Brookhaven came in last for the air bank. They, once again, Leadham didn't get out for the air bank, which we need drastically, you know, on a building fire, fill the air bottles. So that's their top priority. So, Brookhaven had to handle that. Back in August, it was Upland. So, surrounding companies, you know,
Thank God for neighbor.
you can have You can have 13, 15 fire companies anymore.
I still have faith in our guys do a great job.
We'll
We have
give,
faith-
we'll
we have faith
give,
in
we'll
all.
give them
Yeah.
that. We're volunteer.
Exactly.
But, all right. All right, you got a new chief. Hats off to Joe Crow. I've known him for many, many years. But he's retired, got a new chief in there. There was a little friction between him and Woodland. They get out early. You gotta get them involved because you got Ridley down the road. And you got lives at stake there. Whoever gets out quick, their truck has the most amount of water. It's work. It's gotta be there. You know, when you're talking lives, you gotta be there minutes. Look, all these fires that are going on around us. They lost 3 Baltimore firefighters. I gotta call my friend, son, he's a big guy in Baltimore, to find out who the hell it is, when his son involved in that vacant house collapse. That's crazy. Being a building like that. It's a dangerous job,
It's not, it absolutely is.
you know? So, it's on fire. As far as that traffic signal down at Susan and Dave, who are not gonna proceed with,
They came back and turned it down.
Right, and we did the PennDOT study. Didn't meet the specs.
and that's
So they
everything.
depend on study, we didn't meet the specs for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did, we paid to get it done.
so you haven't had an answer. They turned it down, sir?
Yeah, they turned it down.
All right, I believe it. What it is. Manholes through Millmont, I mean, she gets in touch, state office up the street in regard to those manhole lids. When the streets are down, they need to change the ring and bring the manhole lid up, especially in front of Catania Engineering, that one there.
No, that's state.
Yeah, I noticed. So maybe she notified the state about that, Jennifer. So that, they have to be raised, so at least we're not hitting, I mean, she hit the one down by my house, by Tom and Jerry's. Jennifer. I said, I can tell you about that. They tried to fix it once, but didn't do the right thing. They gotta raise that, it settles again once they play with it. And you gotta have a right ring, raise it up. You go through Fossil, it's nice and smooth. Where was your Christmas lights this, Christmas? You said your house was dark.
I was hiding from you.
Why are you gonna say that? I'm gonna call you screwed.
You see the 2 wreaths out,
Yeah.
3 wreaths on,
Yeah.
with lights on them.
I was gonna stop when I get my present. It's a
You just
cigar.
had it. You
What
just had it.
cigars you enjoy?
That's right. Thanks, John.
All right, guys.
Have a good night.
Thanks, John, thank you. Take care.
Okay, it's a hard act to follow, Janet, but. Janet, Gloria,
I didn't even see your lights. I don't even know where you live.
thank you.
How about your life?
26 Ridley Avenue in Folsom. I have some follow-up to a couple of questions. The last time I was here, I asked about the Marine Training Center. Any update on that?
Yes, spoke to people from Senator's office, and they got back to me, and they said it's a whole process where they didn't know at that point what's going to happen, but if they were going to get rid of it, they have to go through all the other armed services agencies first, and then it goes through government agencies before it ever would be turned over to outside a local government. And they said, but the point they got back to me was that there was no discussion, they had no information that it was going to be done anything other than Marines were still going to have.
Okay, so there's no update on it. as
Well, that's
far
the
as-
update.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the
update. It
update.
could be, and they said it would be a couple-year process before it would get to the point where they would offer it out to us.
And the next thing, repaving the streets. Is that still going on? Because it seems like they've kind of stopped. I live in Ward 8 and I live on Ridley Avenue, the 400 block. Like, they came down Fifth Avenue, but they stopped at Sylvania. And then, so from Sylvania to Rutledge, is not done. There's a really bad spot at the corner of Fifth and Ridley that has been that way. People in our neighborhood are throwing stones and stuff in there, but it's not really helping.
Well, we do so many blocks a year, it's only so much
Oh,
money. So this year, Charles, can correct me if I'm wrong, but this year, streets have been done. We'll be doing more streets next year. But if you have a pothole or something, if you
Okay.
call me, I can have highway go out. A lot of times we do a temporary patch until that street gets done. So if you want to give me the information on the exact
So I
location.
just shoot you an email.
Yeah, shoot me an email, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's right at Fifth and Ridley, and it's been,
I'll write it down.
it's
but
been
put it
tore up
in
for a while.
Okay.
Okay, I'll send you an email.
Okay.
And the last thing, American Rescue Plan, any update on that? Where we at with the,
We're still waiting on, we met with the fire companies. There's, youth groups, still a couple of youth groups are waiting to get back to us.
okay. Yeah, because I noticed in the paper, like Upper Darby and Havertown, they're like, you know, spending
They
like.
had so much money, they had so much.
Yeah, I know
money.
they got a lot more money
You know,
than
so
we do.
we're trying to, you know, we the three men, which sounds like a lot, but it's not. I mean, when we talked to the fire companies, their needs alone, it was a lot. And then we have the water projects we want to take care of. Then we had some, you know, so we're getting all of them, kind of looking where we're at and try to divvy it out. So we just don't want to run into it, but it'll be shortly.
Okay.
It'll definitely be, I bet by next month. So we can line up stuff for the spring.
But the two towns you mentioned got so much more.
Yeah, I know they did, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing here with it's like massive repairs, upgrades to stormwater, sewer infrastructure,
Right?
you know,
How much money
parks.
they get, like 60 million or something?
Yeah, they got a lot. They have here, yeah, 20 mil.
Money.
Yeah. So
I would,
maybe that's
I,
just, you know, the
Yeah.
first
20
thing.
million
I'd
would have
take
got a lot
20
done.
mil. We
Yeah.
would fill that bottle.
Yeah, for sure.
With 20.
So where are we at with Agnes and Waverly? Has that been fixed, the problem? I know they cleaned out the creek, but what's the latest with that?
It's a multi-pronged process. So phase one was to restore the creek from a Unity down to 420. That part's been done.
Okay.
The second part is to get the permits we need from, I believe it's EPA or DEP, to actually do some dredging in the creek. And that's what we're waiting for now.
All right. But we're all helping those people there. you
What's
know what I mean? We're helping those people.
Oh,
there.
yes, we've
Okay.
spoken to all the people down there. Some have actually, we found some possible funding for a couple of the houses, if the homeowners want to possibly have FEMA buy the houses, and we could actually take them down, just a few that are really in the floodway. So that's what we're looking into now. But these things don't happen quickly, these grant applications and permits. But we've been in constant contact with those residents down there and, you know, about the programs that we have and about what we did with the creek. Have you seen the creek?
Yeah, I saw it. I can notice there's a lot of the, like the overgrowth and everything has been dug out. It definitely looks a lot wider,
Right.
you know, than.
And that will help the flow.
Uh-huh.
That will definitely help the flow.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Sure.
Have a good night.
Oh, one other thing.
Don't talk about my lights.
No, the pickleball court.
Yes.
That fence has to go higher. The fence is low on the one side. There'll be people out in the street constantly. Take a, I'll get you
Was it
some.
ball?
Yeah, the ball's gonna go over. That fence is only this high. It needs an extension. It has to go, I don't know particulars of exactly, but maybe at least I would think 6 foot high. You know, because if not, they'll be running in the street constantly for the balls.
You gotta tell them people that you're only supposed to hit from the hip.
Yeah, right,
It's
is that what
supposed
it's,
to be-
well, yeah.
It's not tennis.
I'll challenge you for a game out there and let me know if you can keep it to your hip.
Jack, Jack, my money's on you.
Oh, thank you.
Calm down.
All right, for sure. Thank you.
Janet, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thank you.
I got my permit, by the way.
Good, let me know, thank you, congratulations.
Better start walking on the pavement.
Come on up. Is anybody else for public forum? Just give us your name and address for the record. That's all.
My name is Ann Duffy, and I live at 308 Highland Terrace in Hawks. I may be jumping the gun, I'm not sure. The developer for Pizza Hut, formerly Pizza Hut on McDade Boulevard, the can't think of what it was called, Italian
That's
Delight.
all right.
Yes, the developer that wants to put in a Chick-fil-A, no,
Chipotle.
Chipotle, has approached me about his plans for developing the area there, which sounds really nice. But my one concern is that he wants to have an exit and entrance to his restaurant off of Highland Terrace, besides the one on McDade. So I just want to be on the record stating that I am so against having more traffic come up our street and down our street. And,
We'll make note, that comes in what is called land development. Once they get their approvals, then they come with plans to the township and our engineer reviews them, our code department reviews them, the commissioner reviews them, we review them. And that's what we try to do is don't let the traffic go up in the neighborhood, keep it all on the day.
okay, so.
When they come out, they may be like they come out on that side street and they have to make a left, they can't make a right. You know what I mean?
Do you know that doesn't work?
Well, we've learned and we can make it, you can make it harder.
Okay, so, the thing that I was just gonna say to you, I forget what I was just gonna say, but I'm sorry. Darn, I'm so sorry. I can't remember what I was just gonna say.
Take it down.
So, I guess that's it. I wanted to be on the record,
There
so,
could be
oh, I
plenty more
know,
time.
we went to the zoning meeting. We did go to the zoning meeting, and they did tell us to come to this meeting. And that's the only reason I'm here, and I just want to be on the record stating that I'm against that entrance way.
Is there anything else you can think of, you think the other thing?
Bob, I did stop by their house Saturday morning, and I did, well, you saw me, and I was talking to John a lot, it was nice. And he
He
did,
talks a lot.
yeah. He was kicking me out, he was kicking me.
I can see that happening.
But I did pass some concerns along, and Joe and I have talked about it Monday, so we are talking about this, and we are on top of this, and we did stay communication.
Charles, we'll see the plans.
Yep. Mhm.
So we'll be notified when the next steps are taken? That's all I need to know.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
See, we got a hold, as soon as we get plans in, like actual engineer plans for review, and we'll reach out to you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for the
Okay.
time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Anyone else for a public forum? How are you, sir?
Hey, I know.
Good.
I'm Al Ianieri. I live on Agnes Avenue, 751 Agnes and Morton. I just want to be on the record and make sure that there are plans to fix the creek beyond the federal FEMA offer. Because I know at least me and one other house, it's not feasible for us to take it. The other people are a little more elderly, and I just haven't been paying for the house long enough to build up the equity for us to, move right now. So I just want to make sure that there are plans to do
Yeah,
things.
you don't need
to-
all.
And I've spoken, I guess, to your wife, and I
Yeah.
told you that.
Yeah,
It's
I'm at
just
work.
One other option we're looking at, and, there's more options coming. This program came up and we offered it to.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't I can't do it, so now
No.
we're just kind of,
No,
all right.
no.
Just wanted to make
Just go
sure.
to plan B, plan C.
All right.
We're not kicking anybody out if people, we're here to help, so.
All right, perfect. I just wanted to make sure.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have you seen a difference since the creek got cleansed?
We haven't really had any rain
We
since you guys are out there,
had
so
one a couple weeks ago, but I didn't know if you could.
if we actually get 15 inches of snow this weekend, I'll let you know if we're done.
Thank God our meeting was this week.
I know, we're dreading it.
Let's hope a big fan.
Well, it should help, so. But let us know, let Shannon know.
Well, amongst all the other problems that we had, the sump pump outlet hose froze,
Oh.
so we got
So
flooded because of that too.
Oh, my God.
Our basement flooded again.
Oh,
So now I fixed
Good
that.
times. I'm movers.
Well, that does look bad. Okay, anyone else for public forum? Mr. Donahue?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay. I thought he was here to critique us.
I'll take the notes right now.
There you go.
Okay, so we have approval of previous meeting minutes, October 6, 2021, December 20th, 2021, and December 27th, 2021.
I'll make a motion to approve. Second.
Motion made, second. Any question on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Managers report, we have reappointments. So we have Anthony Christina for zoning hearing board, Mark Farthing for zoning hearing board, Joe Calamita, planning commission, Anthony Calise, planning commission, Joe Centrone, Muckinapades, authority representative, Tom Zatuski, recreation board, Tom Donahue for the civil service commission, Lisa Maffei Hong for library board, and White House library board, and Raymond McKinney, board of health. A motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion made, second. Any question on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Recycling report, Mr. McMenamin.
Huh?
Mr. Saunders.
I always wanted to be Mr. McMahon. Okay, this is for Shannon. Monthly report, trash collected December was 1,103.48 tons. Recycle collected in December was 235.07 tons. We collected 5 TVs and monitors in December through our television monitor recycling program, bringing the total amount 192 since we began our program. You know, one more thing I want to make note, and Commissioner McMenamin and also our township manager, Joe, is always mentioning about how we're now getting money for recycling. So in December 2021, it paid $11.93 a ton. So that really equaled out to around $2,800 that the township received in reference to the tonnage that we've collected and we got paid. Now, again, every month it cycles. It's a little crazy, fluctuates and everything like that. But like what Commissioner McMenamin is mentioning, let's ride the wave and see if we could do some more recycling and we get more money. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Keep it out of the trash.
Yeah.
We're paying for the trash.
Yep. Let's ride that storm until it changes.
Sounds good. Controllers report, anything special?
Nothing this evening, sir.
Thank you. Assessor report, Mr. Neal.
Thank you, Mr. President. There was a tax assessment appeal for 2021 for the property at 221 Morton Avenue, follow number 3803-016-36600 and 134 Haverford Road, tax follow number 3805-00493-01. Our appraiser went out, and what was discovered was that the property at Haverford Road was actually had been incorporated in a reverse subdivision. So that technically the folio number for Haverford Road should not be in existence right now. It's out in the county, but that has to be amended. So if we deal with the Morton Avenue property, folio number 3803-063-600, our appraiser came back with a fair market value of $1 million. It had been assessed at $1,249,720. The result in the reduction with removing the Haverford Road property and the reduction in the Morton Avenue property, which would be approximately $1,798. This was approved by the Ridley Board School Directors on December 6, 2021.
Okay, so we need a motion to approve.
Yes.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion made, second. Any question on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
The next tax appeal I have was for 428 North Fairview Road, folio number 3802-0086900. This was for 2021. It was assessed at $271,880. Our appraiser came back with a range of $200,000 to $215,000. There was a settlement for $200,000. That would be a tax reduction of approximately $392. This was approved by the Ridley School Board on Board of Directors on December 6, 2021. So we would need a motion for the approval of the settlement authorization for me to sign the stipulation.
Motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion made, second. Any question on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Is that it?
Yes.
Engineers report, Mr. Catania.
Thank you, Mr. President. Certificates have a recommendation to approve the following certificates. Radio Communication Service, the 2022 Police Radio Maintenance Contract, $3,226.01. ADU Services Incorporated, the 2021 Storm and Sanitary Sewer Contract, $6,749.76. ADU Services Incorporated for the 2022 Storm and Sanitary Sewer Contract, $4,019.74. And Ab initio Contractors for the Penvest Stormwater Improvements, $348,419.16. And Traffic Planning Design Incorporated for the Kedron and Franklin Avenue Traffic Signal Design, $11,930.
I'll make a motion to accept the certificates as read.
I'll second.
Motion made, seconded. Any question on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Your tabulation of the bids for the Hague Avenue sanitary sewer replacement. This is the piece of sanitary sewer, Hague Avenue at Kedron Avenue. We received 4 bids for that project, and those bids are still in review. We'll have a recommendation at next month's meeting. And then finally, have resolution to Decorah Act 537 plan update. I'll give you the short version. If anybody wants the long version, I'll give it to you later. Act 537 is a state law which basically says the town's responsible for adopting an official plan of how you're going to dispose of the sewage from the town. Currently, our sewage goes through Decorah, and Decorah has an agreement with the city of Philadelphia that's set to expire in 2028. This Act 537 plan update that's before the board for consideration looks at alternatives to having disposal in Philadelphia. The terms of Philadelphia are unfavorable to the county, so Decorah looked at options to basically divorce themselves from Philadelphia and treat the sewage here in Delaware County. We know we can control rates and those kind of things. The plan looked at 4 different options, one of those options being staying in Philadelphia. The recommendation in the plan would be to go with what they're calling alternate number 2, which is to build a tunnel from one end of the county down to the Decorah treatment plant in Chester, the Darby Township, the treatment plant in Chester, and all the sewage would be conveyed and stored in that tunnel and disposed of it in the Chester, from the Chester plant. Recommend approval of that.
I'm going to recuse myself from this vote.
I'm going to need a motion to accept that resolution.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No. Motion passes.
Okay. Highway Sanitation Committee report. Mike? Mr. McCray.
Right back to me. Back at you. I only have one thing tonight. Just needed to remind the residents that there will be no trash collection on Monday, February 21st for the President's Day holiday. That's all.
Yeah, thank you. Law and Ordinance Committee report. Mr. McDowell, anything tonight?
Nothing tonight, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you. Recreation Committee report. Mr. McMenamin.
Thank you, Mr. President. Upcoming recreation programs include Spring Basketball League, Zuma Gold, yoga, craft classes, Red Cross babysitter training class, and Red Cross adult pediatric CPR AED training. Detailed information can be found on our website at www.ridleytwp.org under Parks and Recreation. Registration is open for our winter spring programs. Online registration can be done on our website under Park and Recreation or in person at the Ridley Township Municipal Office, Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. We accept exact cash or check only for in-person payment. Many of the area youth sports organizations have opened up their registrations for spring sports. There are links to all these organizations on our website for your convenience. Thank you.
Thank you. Public Safety Committee report. For the month of December, our police handled 976 calls. The service breakdown is as follows: Crumlin 93, Folsom 259, Holmes 110, Belmont Park 47, Morton 48, Ridley Park 110, Seacane 77, Swarthmore 48, and Woodland 184. We'd like to recognize our officers for their exemplary work during the past month. These officers went above and beyond while making proactive arrests, which took illegal drugs and weapons off our streets. Officer Rowan was monitoring the traffic on South Avenue and was able to safely stop a vehicle following a short pursuit, which resulted in the arrest of a subject and the seizure of over 100 bags of methamphetamines. and other controlled substances. Officer Cummings observed suspicious activity at ATM on McDade Boulevard following a fraud investigation. 2 subjects were eventually arrested and a handgun and marijuana were seized. Officer Eisenhuth was monitoring the 300 block of Amos Land Road due to complaints of vehicles proceeding up the one-way street. A stop was conducted and 2 subjects were subsequently arrested. Heroin and marijuana were seized from the stop. Officer Judge was patrolling the area of the Royal Farms and following a traffic stop for a vehicle code violation, an arrest was made on a warrant and 18 bags of heroin were seized. Also, would like to thank all the members of the Ridley Township Police Department, CID, and the surrounding departments for their assistance in the investigation and the swift apprehension following the homicide at the Empire Vape Shop on Chester Pike back on December 17, 2021. And I can say we were following that closely, and our guys did a great job. They really did a great job. And if it didn't happen over the weekend, we would have caught them probably sooner. But we had to wait for some of the cameras to come in on Monday, some of the shops that had video cameras on the buildings. So Lieutenant Smith is here tonight. Just pass it along again to all the guys that worked all together. We had guys coming in, the detectives working with the patrolmen and everybody, all hands on deck. And our guys found the car in Sun Village and they made the arrest. And just a great job, really great job.
And just to add, President, that weekend there was a big test, for sergeant's test. And so they were there and then they went right back into work. So that's a lot of dedication. That was big.
Surely was. And they're all dedicated. Absolutely. Okay, all right there. Health Code Committee report.
Thank you, Mr. President. For the month of December, we had 134 permits issued, 56 contractors registered, 50 certificates of occupancy issued, 13 rental inspections, and 16 health inspections. That's all.
Thank you. Building Committee report, Mr. Saunders.
Thank you, Mr. President. One thing we have here is John Pritchard, 646 Michigan Avenue, received an application for final subdivision land development for this property. At this time, the developer is requesting a 6-month extension in order to comply with the engineer's comments before the township's final decision. I'd like to make a motion to approve this extension as requested.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Any question on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Library Resource Center Committee report. Sir Sini.
Thank you, Mr. President. The library will add 4 new museum passes in 2022. The Philadelphia Insectarium and Butterfly Pavilion, Independence Seaport Museum, Mount Cuba Center, and the Naval Air Station Wildwood Aviation Museum. Reminder that the library's prom dress giveaway will be held on February 12th from 2 to 4 p.m. and February 13th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to provide generally used dresses and accessories for this year's formal and prom goers. All items will be free. Many thanks to everyone who has donated prom dresses so far. We will still be collecting donations of new and gently used dresses, shoes, and accessories. Donations can be brought to the library during our open hours through February 10th. 37,758 people visited the library last year. They checked out 111,855 books and other items. Also in 2021, the library hosted 556 programs. Attendance was 13,855. Programs were held at the library, off-site, at daycare centers and other locations, and online through Zoom and Facebook Live. For more information or to register for programs and activities, visit our website, www.ridleylibrary.org. That's all I have.
Great job, great year. Busy.
Thank you.
Finance Committee report. Marquette.
Well,
Welcome.
thank you, Mr.
Your
President.
first
Here we
meeting,
go.
and
Here we go.
happy birthday.
Thank you. 39 and older.
That's right.
All commissioners have received this month's bills, and I'd like to make a motion for approval, subject to the controller's review and approval.
I'll second that motion.
Motion made, second. Any question on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. See, Patty wasn't so bad, right?
I know.
Not
Welcome, I
bad.
forgot this is your first meeting.
First
so
time.
Yep.
Usually you gotta like read the anthem, you gotta sing and all that stuff. So next month, you gotta get out, front and center. But congratulations and welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Awesome to have you. Do we have any other business? Any old new business?
I'd just like to say happy birthday to Patty.
Thank you.
Jack?
Happy New Year, everybody. You started a new year. Patty, it was a great read that you had. We really appreciate it. It was
At least
going
you
a
showed
lot.
up.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I can't believe Rick didn't miss it, so. Welcome.
Right?
I just have one thing. I just wanted to thank the Ridley family, because we truly are a family here, for all your condolences on our mom passing. And I really appreciate that, and thank you very much.
I just want to say, I had a dear friend who's a Ridley resident. He passed away this week suddenly. And she and her husband were very involved in the community, Linda Gallagher. I know Joe coached basketball and many of the sports team, was very involved with lacrosse. So condolences to the Gallagher family.
Yes, absolutely.
Happy birthday, Patty.
Thank you.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.